Next flight investors.
What up with you, man? What's going on with you, man?
Oh, not much. Not much, not much. I'm in Carolina. What up, Nicole?
Hey,
Cole?
hey, were they trying to park here? Cause I'm about. Okay, I'm about to try to come out. I'm about to leave.
She come in talking.
Where you at, Nicole?
You gotta unmute yourself, Cole. Nobody can hear you, Cole. She just talking and going on. She just going
Oh, I think I was on mute. No, I barbecue. Another one.
talking about no wedding. You talking about going. What you up to?
Yeah, I just very bad. I'm playing real cynical. The people put.
Your phone is breaking up.
What's the next flight?
Talk to Sam Stacy.
Yeah, I'm out here. Okay.
Yeah, I talked to Sam. Sam doing something with the tour. So he won't be able to make it.
Yeah, I thought everybody. That's what I figured. That's what
Was
I
that Reggie who
figured.
chimed in?
I don't think Reggie will chime
He said he
in.
was good.
But that was sequestered.
Well, no, I'm saying, who?
I didn't know y'all were gonna plan to meet today.
Yeah, I don't think
Huh?
anybody did that. I don't know. I mean,
What does Sequester say?
Sequester said she was gonna try to meet too, but I figured everybody was out too.
What did you say?
That was Sequester said she is.
That's who said cool. Was that Reggie?
Oh, that was me.
Okay. Okay.
She said cool. I was fine.
Oh, that
But
was
we got 4
okay.
minutes,
All right.
and I
I
can
need to
cut
save
the
your
show.
number. No.
I said cool.
It's up to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I said cool.
Yeah, I'm game.
Where is
Okay. As long as you go be sneaking
it's
like that.
it's
Man,
what's the question coming in?
What'd you say about Sequester?
I said is she coming in? Can you hear me?
I think so.
Bad back row. So I may come in and out.
Yeah, how was the barbecue?
It was okay. It was kind of sad because his our friend's wife died back in February. Is this the damn? Oh no, it's on it. Yeah, she passed away in February. So it was, trying to just do something to lift up his spirits,
Oh yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, and it's so crazy how.
Next Flight investors.
So they both retired from the military, from the Air Force, and came and moved on back to Decatur. So we just all. I know. Well, Ashley, well, it's pretty crazy because he's from Valdosta. She's from up here.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they're both Georgia natives. It works.
Yeah, so now it's crazy because we're over there. We're all the way down here in Ola. It ain't nothing going on down here. So I got to go meet them on River Road. So we're leaving in shifts. So I was like, well, I got to get into this meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and go so I can be en route to them. But
that's barbecue number 2.
That, you know what? I don't even think it's barbecue number 2. I just think that's the after party because everybody that's circled with us are going to their house after this barbecue. So I'm gonna go home and finish packing for a trip, and then I'll probably go ahead and go there.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm on vacation, so I'm about to live it up.
Yeah. Give it to the fullest. I don't blame you.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm coming in out of South Carolina myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're down at a barbecue. Not a barbecue.
Welcome to Next Play Investors. Tonight we just got a special show for the holiday weekend. We're gonna get over and see what everybody got to talk about, get started, and then basically, finish out the night. So we haven't been meeting in a while, so definitely want to get up and see what everybody's talking about, and everybody got something going on that's for the out, and we're gonna go from there. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing, man? I'm glad to see y'all this week. We've been all of us been missing. We ain't been doing nothing. I'm doing too. So what y'all been up to? What are y'all two out doing? Stacy and Nicole.
Hey, what's going on, Franco? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good to hear from y'all.
Yeah, Franco, I was like, for a minute, you was sounding like Barry White.
Oh, man, my sinus has been messing up for the past couple of days. All right, so.
That's what you was telling us. Okay,
yeah,
before. Okay.
My sinus has been messing up.
Oh, yeah, I thought something was going on with the internet, man.
Oh, nah, man, my sinuses.
Yeah, because I said we got the Barry White voice going on.
Nah, it's shoot.
Okay.
I know.
I'm still draining. Like, my sinuses started draining. I think from jumping in and out that air conditioning and sweating and being hot outside. So I'm gonna tell everybody I'm finna start selling life insurance.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm finna start selling life insurance.
Wow.
Yeah, Stacy. Like I met with this
lady. What prompted that?
Because I met with my life insurance lady about getting all, taking care of. That's sequester right there. And hey, sequester, we was just talking about you. What's going on?
Hey, sequester.
Hey.
Long time no see.
Your hair's
the
cute.
Holidays been messing us up. We've been missing Sundays, but good to see
I'm
you.
here.
But so Stacy, I was talking to the life insurance and hold on.
Yeah, he frozen.
Yeah, so it must be something going on with him.
That's not good. Yeah, young
Stacy,
man.
you hear us?
Oh, he left it.
Oh, okay. So that's Franco. Franco's having the tech person over there having technical difficulties.
Yep.
We're not on Facebook, are we?
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Yes, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes, I think.
So,
oh.
I hate to just bum rush in. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to the life insurance lady this weekend, and so I put her up on. We was talking about infinite banking, and she was like, I didn't even know we could do that. And we was just talking about it. I sent her the
Wow.
book. And then she was like, you should really come and try to sell life insurance. And she started breaking some numbers down to me with residual income, and mixing it in with, because guess what? Like, she understood how to use life insurance like a bank, but she didn't understood how she can borrow from it and she didn't even understand what some of the riders that she was trying to sell me. I knew what the riders were to add to the policy, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it does do that." And she didn't put two and two together of why the riders do it. Like, they got interest bearing life insurance, and she didn't even understand that it was gonna be gaining interest to be able to make money. And then and then I'm thinking to myself, if she can sell people life insurance and she don't know half of this, shit, I'm gonna get a shot. So,
How long?
mhm.
How long has? How long has she been selling life insurance?
Well, she been selling life insurance. She say for 12 years. I can't hear you. Everybody just dropped out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah,
So you gave her some nuggets and knowledge.
yeah. I gave her some nuggets, but she told me that every person that you sign up, you make $250 plus resident residuals, as long as they pay their policy. And I'm thinking to myself, I ain't doing shit. I can sign somebody up, and then they can. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you when you think about they paying you $250 just to sign up people for the policy. That's what you make. Like, but when you first start out, you don't get the whole 250. She explained. You gonna get like 175 because the person that bring you in gonna get so much of a, it's a Ponzi scheme. But you do get your residuals every time that person pay, and if they policy is like $50, she was explaining to me that's $5 a person. So with us already doing alarm installation and for monitoring, we it added up. Like, I don't have to do nothing but talk to some people about insurance, and boom, I make money. You know, so it was like, shoot, that's an even easier thing. And I'm thinking, if I'm trying to get to the bar. So it's an easy thing to go over and just see if we can sell it, and then educate people on how to use it for to build wealth off of it. So it may not be the perfect solution, but it's another way to sell life insurance to make sure it's important.
What's involved in? You have to get a license to do this.
Well, see, that's what I was supposed to do. Wednesday. I'm supposed to take a class or do a webinar with some dude, and you know, I'm gonna see what's going on, cause I was like, shoot, if I could sign up 10 people a month, see, that's $2,200. Easy. You know, I mean, shit, that's it. I see 120. I mean, and if I go half of that, I make extra $1,000 just getting people to sign a paper and explaining to them what they can use it for. That ain't no work. So
Yeah, that sounds
So you
interesting.
said you just had to you're taking one class.
well,
You
no,
have to get like
I
certified or
don't.
something.
I don't really know the procedure right now. I'm just,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I just like this just happened Saturday morning. I had to do a review.
Y'all know the educator. I'm gonna ask questions.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was reviewing some insurance documents with the peoples because I want to make sure everything up to par. And she called me to do the review Saturday morning, and we got into talking about it, and opportunity
Mm.
to make money, cause the stock market ain't doing a damn thing.
Oh, I know, cause I was looking at my money like, do I need to take my money out?
If you take your
Well,
money
now
out, you
listen,
lose.
It's sitting there.
you gonna lock in the
I know.
losses if
So,
you take it out.
huh?
You're gonna lock in your losses if you take it out.
Yeah,
And
that's just me talking. Like, I'm not gonna take it out, but that was in. I was just asking Franco that question because when I was a couple of years ago, it wasn't that long ago, maybe 5 years ago, I was gonna do this stuff with Primerica, and it was so many classes and tests and stuff that I think it was insurance. I think it was life insurance. But different companies, it's different things for different companies. So um,
Well, I'm not
I'm
trying to. I
still
mean,
around here giving
Prime
Primerica
America,
a couple of my dollars.
Prime America was more like they, you was trying to get people. I'm trying to use it as I get
You
older.
said get people.
Yeah, as I get older, I'm not trying to be out ripping and running every day. So I understand it,
Yes, I
and
understand.
we're live. But like when I sell alarm systems, we make a profit that's residual. And even if when you look at it,
Hmm.
if you make $5 off somebody every month and you don't do anything and you can get those numbers high enough, just say you had 10,000 people pay you $5 every month. You see how that works?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And every month you get
The
that same.
residual income. Hmm.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I could be 60 years old trading stocks, running my company, and selling insurance. I'd be a real, I'd be a real multi-talented person. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it as I'm trying to.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
But Prime America, they were getting people. They still get people to this day.
I know. Let me tell you, like a lot of the people from the they were my friends' parents are very big in it. Like they've been in the business for a long time, and it's so funny because a lot of people at the barbecue I just left, they're all in Primerica, and I'll be looking like I'm not interested. Y'all, I'm still y'all suckering me taking this little money out my check uh, for this
You
emergency
ain't
fund
maxed
that I
out
have.
yet.
Yeah, they was over there asking me that I want to increase it. I was like, my group was like, you ain't took that money out yet, so I gotta get
I
with
mean,
them. I just haven't had
the
time.
people that's selling it, they doing right. I mean, when you think about it, the people that's selling it, they want you to keep spending your money. They making money off you.
Absolutely, because I'm giving them money. I'm giving them some real good residual income. So yes, they do. But I mean, that's some of the products I don't have anymore. Because I did at one point have life insurance with them. I don't have. I let that go a couple of years ago, and I just kept the emergency fund because it was just a way that I don't see the money. So I'm that type where I can't see the money. Like it needs to go and be out of my hand. And so if I get in a situation and I need the money, then I know that I can go and get it.
But are you monitoring whether the money is growing or what they got the money
So
invested in?
so that's new. So see, when I joined Next Play, I started learning some more stuff about my money. So I'm gonna make moves. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and talk to her parents. Um, so
But don't
I
you get a
will.
statement every month though, right? Like don't
Yeah, but
you
I
get a
don't stay.
statement?
I'll be paying attention to that stuff. I gotta do better. I'm just being honest.
Right, right.
Listen, I've been drifting on that one. So I'll take the time to look at it.
But that's your money though. Like I've always
I
looked at it
know.
like if I was to say, well, I'm just saying if somebody was to ask you, not anybody, for like $200, you're gonna be looking them up and down like I got a $200, But and we've all done it, including me. where you just kind of turn a blind eye to it. And, you know, um, we really, at the end of the day, we give people our money that we don't know, we've never seen, that we trust that they're going to do the right thing. And these are people that we don't even know.
Yeah, that's very
And
true. Because I started off like at like $25, and I think I had went up to $50 a month.
yeah. I've seen some Prime America accounts. I mean, accounts, not necessarily Prime America, but I've seen some accounts that actually went backwards, you know, and they've been invested in those accounts for like 10 or 12 years. And it's same concept. I just give it to them. They take care of it. They manage my money. Like I'm too saying almost like I'm not smart enough to manage my own money. I work for it, and I don't want to see. I don't want to
You
do my own
breaking
money.
up bad.
It's a common thing, and it's almost like, oh my gosh.
You breaking up bad. You breaking up bad, my man.
Stacy must be in some backwoods.
Yeah, Stacy must
Oh.
be somewhere deep down
Yeah,
there. Yeah, for real. I don't know.
but I understand what he's saying. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
definitely need to.
yeah. You need to move your money out of Prime America fast.
Yeah, I do. I do.
He'll come back on in a minute. He might have dropped, but yeah, that's why the whole thing with the insurance came up this weekend because some questions, So question, how y'all house coming? He gone. What'd you say?
How our house going?
Yeah. Like
What
then
you mean
y'all did
house?
some
The
double wide.
trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer. Yep, we have somebody. My husband put somebody in there July 1st.
Oh, so y'all moved
So
some.
it's
So now
all
it's
done.
considered
Everything's
rental
good.
property now.
It's rental. Yeah, it's rented now. Somebody lives in there now. And he had to go through the it was interesting to listen to. So he went through Zillow. Zillow has a process that you can actually just set it up and go strictly through them. They do the background checks. They send you all of the information for the applicant as long as they go through Zillow, and you get to see everything: credit score, collections, you name it, we can see it.
So Zillow is handling getting tenants now.
Yeah, they send you got to hook it up, and it's a fee now. It's not free. But he was looking at the fact that if he paid the background check for the first night, he got 13 people. So I mean, once you got to figure out who you got to pay a background check for, it was just easier to just pay them a membership fee and just use them and let them submit all the information. Of course, the person has to complete the Zillow application completely, and then you get that information from there.
Oh, that's
and the
cool.
people that didn't fill it out, they just got disregarded. He had paper applications, but they got disregarded too because he really needed you to go through Zillow because we're not going to do that.
So Zillow went from selling the houses. To actually getting the tenants for the houses that they don't bought. Now that's how you create everything and buy it. Like they really make everything. What's up?
That's a question I was about to ask. The question. So Zillow is it? Are they like a property management for you guys?
No, they just handle the application process, and they'll handle. He's still deciding. I think he's going to go ahead and get his own checking account, but they'll handle that as well. As far as the person paying on there, instead of sending you a check every month or y'all trying to set something else up, they will take the payment, but you just have to pay their fee. They have a one-time, like a yearly fee that you have to pay, and then they can just submit their payments through Zillow. I mean, all the information is already in there anyway. I mean, it's just a matter of just adding your bank account information.
Oh wow!
Do you know if Zillow will also like do the evictions if they don't pay?
I don't know. Hold on a second.
That'd be interesting.
Wow.
That'd be real interesting.
It was this company. I'm gonna text my cousin real quick when I get to a stopping point. But it's a company that she was telling me about, and she said that this investment company, they buy up all these properties, then they go in there and gut them all out, and some of them they sell, and then some of them they rent out. She told me the name of the company, but you go in there and they do everything. Like,
Is it America's Home for Rent? I know that's a big one. America's Home for Rent.
I don't think it's that, because she actually purchased a house with them, but it's crazy. And I mean, and these people are getting a good cut because they own all these properties. But I'm gonna text her. I'm about to stop in a second. I'm gonna text her and ask her what is the name of that company. But it's an investment company.
So to answer your question, Stacy, yes, if you set it up.
Oh, now that's good. That's good. I was actually talking to her husband about it this weekend, and I was considering using it on my properties in Savannah, because Zillow already have what they call a Z estimate on the, and it looks really good. And I was concerned. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, if Zillow gonna get the people and put them out, that's property management. And they basically, they're gonna know when the houses are in trouble before anybody else.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be able to get somebody else in that fashion because, yeah. If they'll handle the filing paperwork, that's interesting.
Right. Now that the information as far as a credit report and all of that, you only have that for 30 days. They don't allow you to have people's business like that for long periods of time. So it's only for 30 days. And then once you by then you should make your selection. It shouldn't even take that long to make a selection. But by then you should have made your selection. And then they kind of close that part of it down.
I wonder how long they've been doing that on the low. I didn't even know Zillow did property placement. Stacey,
I don't know.
in a real bad area.
No, I was just waiting to let everybody talk. But and also let's think about the data that they have, and like say if you got a property, it's nationwide, not just here local or whatever your local area is at. I think that's a gem right there for real estate investors.
That's a big thing.
So Stacy, the house that you posted, the house that you're working on, one of your houses. Now, are you renting that house out, or are you going to sell that house? You posted a house recently.
It's a duplex, and
Okay, yeah, that's what I
I'm going
thought.
to rent both sides. But I talked to a real estate agent this weekend, and she was saying it might be a workaround where I could do Airbnb. So if I can do Airbnb like short-term rentals, I'm gonna do both sides for short-term rental. But if I can't, then I'm gonna do 2 long-term rentals. That's the plan. And that property, by Wednesday, it was supposed to be done this Saturday, at least one side. But by Wednesday of next week, because Monday's a holiday, I'll have one side done. So I was contemplating whether or not to hire an agent or go with Zillow. So here's my scenario, and maybe you guys can chime in and give me some ideas. So the scenario is property be ready on Wednesday. Okay. They're selling 4 units across the street from this particular property. And there's a real estate agent over there who's selling those 4 units. The asking price on those units are $2.5 million. And so my thought was, because she's got those properties listed, why not have her come and take a look at my property and find out what she could rent it for, because she's also renting the properties across the street. Or go with Zillow and pay the $29 and see what I could do by my loans. So if you guys heard that, I'm all ears.
I think you should pay Zillow.
Duplex.
After what Sequester said just then, when she said they'll put them out, and they already vetted through Zillow, it takes a lot of work off of it.
Okay, that's one for Zillow. What about the link?
What is the the price, the commission,
it'd probably be
how much
the
it
first
is?
month rent is what the agent would normally get for the first month rent.
Oh, okay. Well, it's in Savannah, so that means that if something goes wrong,
Right.
you
I
gotta
have
figure
to.
that out.
Right. Now, in the past, I built relationships with contractors because I used to manage some properties in Augusta. So I kind of know how to do that if I had to.
But do you want to?
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem doing that. I could do the same thing again as far as doing the management side of it. So kind of toss up. Yeah. But I'm thinking about the initial tenant, getting the initial tenant in there is my angle. Getting the highest rent that I get, because Zillow says, but the real estate agent may have, and I'm from that area, so I don't want to go in too high, but I don't want to go in too low. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cole?
I couldn't hear you. What did you say? Is that still Stacy's phone messing up?
He asked you, what did you think about the deal?
That he's doing? But he just talked about, correct?
Yeah, the deal.
Everybody just seems so quiet.
Yeah, the one he just talked
I
about.
thought he was finna come back in. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I was gonna say that. He probably can hear us, but I was thinking about a duplex, and that's what I wanted to talk to him about, because it just seems like that's good as far you buy the property, and then I'm getting it would be two tenants, potentially two tenants. So he just posted something recently, because I know he was working on that duplex. So I mean, it's coming along very nicely. So I'm just kind of stuck with where would I get this property if I go ahead and purchase, because I do want to purchase another property. And then the next concern is these interest rates are really climbing up.
They're gonna keep climbing. They have to keep doing business.
Yeah, they're gonna keep going up.
Nothing's going back down. This is
So y'all don't think they're gonna come down?
This is the new normal for us.
That is ridiculous. I mean, everything is high. This inflation is something else.
but you got to understand, they're trying to. I don't want to say crash the economy, but this is how the rich get rich and the poor stay poor. They build it up and they crash it down. Build it up, crash it down.
Booming
So do you all foresee another recession?
It's gonna be another recession.
Oh yeah, yes,
Most
we already
definitely.
did.
Yeah, because it seemed like we're going to go into another recession.
But it's by design.
Hmm.
It's by design.
Yep, it is. And you hear people already talking about cutting back, making adjustments, trimming the fat. People are already doing that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, just look at the airlines. I mean, it's just so much.
It's
Then you only have
actually,
people, I mean,
you actually got to realize there's nothing really going on wrong. They're just telling you to think about something wrong. There's nothing really happening that is actually wrong. You're just being told to take it as a problem. Like, when you really look
hmm
at the airlines, they're just squeezing every dollar because they know people will pay the price, and they can come up with this excuse that they're lower staff and overwork the staff, so they don't pay out money. You have to realize all these people lost money during the pandemic. So all these people are just like, when you look at the oil companies, and I think me and Stacey were talking about it, and when you look at how much money they lost, they got to get it back somewhere. Just like the government getting it back by the taxes on all the stuff being high. I mean, when you look at the whole
hmm
plate, everybody's getting their money back right now.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
and see
absolutely.
how it's so easy. They can suspend the fuel tax, which was 21 cents. To cut the prices on the fuel. And I heard they're also, and I saw this do in 2009, where they're going to start decreasing the taxes on your houses.
Decreasing?
So they decrease it because the
Wow.
prices of the houses are so high. So then when they do that, and then when everything stabilizes, they'll increase it again. This is the economy. This is the economic cycle. This is how it works. Like, if you look at Ray Dalio thing, when people start complaining, when they start fussing and cussing about all this stuff and start marching on Washington, then it'll change,
hmm
and then we'll be right back where we were again. Good times
Wow.
and the bad times. You never know bad times if you never knew what the good times were. That's just how it works.
Right. I guess because I don't fall in that, I don't fall in that number with, as far as an expensive mortgage. I'm just not I'm blessed not to be in that number, but I feel bad for these people who purchase these houses $300,000 and $400,000, and when this recession hits, it's going to be a mess. I mean, they're not going to have any equity, any of that stuff in them homes.
But most of the houses will be.
Okay, what about success stories?
Go ahead. That phone of yours is going crazy.
No, you go ahead with the house.
But yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. You said something.
most of the houses are like gonna still be worth a lot of money, even though they don't have equity in it because of the way renting is going. The rental price is not going down.
Mm.
So yeah,
That's ridiculous too.
it's only ridiculous depends on what side of the table you on.
Yeah, that's true. It's just too much. Like my one of my sorority sisters, she said her neighbor across the street from her rents the house for $3,100 a month. I mean, and the tenants are paying that. And she was saying, Nicole, I should just put my house up for rent, and just rent it out. And I was like, but then for me, I'm just not a big risk taker. So then what if, it's always the what if with me. So what if something happens
So then I'm stuck with paying all this stuff. I mean, I'm for sure my
You figure
mortgage
out a
wouldn't be
way.
$3,000, but
You
if
just
I
figure out
can't
a
get
way
a
to pay
tenant
it.
in there,
You get a tenant, you know.
I just gotta,
You
you
don't want to
know,
be.
I just never really been a risk taker. So, but I know, and, if I decide to do this and buy another property, I mean, that's the risk I'm gonna have to take. And it'll definitely cut my shopping habits down.
But you took a risk when you bought your first house.
Um, I
Yeah.
guess kind of, sort of. Yeah,
Yeah, you did. You didn't know whether or not you were gonna have a job next year.
that's
You
true.
didn't know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cause I bought it when we were young. Yeah, you're right.
Everybody takes risk.
Yeah.
Everything is risky. You know. Everything is risky.
But I'm just saying to a couple of years ago, the way these $400,000 houses look, it doesn't look like a $400,000 house that I would think.
You may have to get a 200,000.
Huh?
I said you may have to get a cheaper house, a different style, a different type. Um, it's all risky.
It is.
Risky. It is. It is. It is. It is.
But I mean, I gotta, like my pastor said today, you gotta just stand in faith. So if you're gonna do it, just do it, and just deal with it. I mean, I have to stop worrying about the what ifs, because it's just me and my income. I don't have another income over here.
Yeah, that would make a difference. 2 incomes, always good.
I mean, I can do it, but it's just everything will fall on me.
Like the thought process is a 4-bedroom home right now, and I want to say this to you, man, because I've been looking into it a lot because of the other stuff I was looking into, and the thought process of a 4-bedroom home brings in $2,400 a month. The rent, the mortgage on a 4-bedroom, and I want y'all to understand like what's happened, why it's not really gonna move. So our era bought houses at $800-900 a month, thinking that was a high mortgage. With the price increase and evolution of the world, $1,500 to $1,600 is normal mortgage now. So in reality, the money like we're still thinking that it's a lot of money, but the money has moved because the income has moved. The amount of money people get paid now has moved, and these are actually really cheap prices. It's just that most of the people are not working these new jobs. But when you look at people going to be making about $1,000 a month off a rental property, still just like they were back in the day when they could charge $1,500 to $1,600 a month for these same big houses. Like the money hasn't really. It just looks like it has moved, but it's really truly just to keep up with the way the world is going. The world has to get bigger, and the money has to be able to grow into a more valuable state. And the only way they can do it is drive up the money on the older people to try to push them out so the cycle can start over again. So it's really a situation where at this age you have to change your mindset. Like it's really serious. Cause these prices aren't going to go down. The rent's going to stay up even if the price is plummeting. And that's when everybody's going to swoop in and buy all the houses up because people didn't change their mindset.
Oh yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. I guess what for my mindset, I mean, it's not hard for me to shift it, but I guess because when I purchased my house 12 years ago, like I mean, I get what these houses are going for, but it's like probably double, not even double, it's probably triple my mortgage. So it would be crazy. So if I purchase another house, I'm for sure that it will be more than the mortgage that I currently pay for. And right now, you know, because public knowledge, but my house sits at about $300,000 worth of equity. So, you know, if I do decide to pull out some money, that's the goal, to pull out probably a good bit of money so I can purchase another property. But I'm just like, God, these interest rates, 6%, like I need for, I know it's not going to go down because I need it and want it to go down. But I'm like, it's just crazy. I was like, you know, just for people who are able to purchase, you know, now, I really commend them because it's
Nicole,
crazy.
You can purchase right now.
Oh, I know, but it's just I'm stuck in like them old people's mindset that I just think about you all the stuff that I do. I know I want to, you know, get some passive income. That's what I'm really working on. I don't want to really focus on my retirement from the school system. I want to be able to get this, you know, get this property, whether I do Airbnb, whether I do a corporate, whatever, however I rent out this property, I want that money to work for me. So my money from my day-to-day job, I'm investing that or using that for other stuff because I want this to work for me. But I just got to get out of that mindset and kind of shift my mindset that it could be a possibility that it will be $1,300, the mortgage on this property. Just say if I get the property and I don't get a tenant in there as soon as I need to get in there, then Nicole Tubner is responsible to get that mortgage paid until I make the moves.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you have a problem with a tenant. Right now, the demand for rental property is off the charts right now. You can demand top dollar for your rent, and people are willing to pay it. They're willing to pay it.
But just going back to Franco's statement about, you know, just people, and I think you may mention to this too, Stacey, like people, you know, staying employed. And it's just sad. It just seems like I don't know where these people are getting this money from, but like nobody seems to want to work. Nowhere.
But look at the entire plan. You got these high rents, you got high taxes, you got high gas,
right?
You got high mortgages, right? Eventually, the money is going to run out, and then when the money runs out, because they're not doing these stimulus checks and stuff like that anymore. That's going away. Correct. So the printing presses are off, and so eventually the job market is going to shift too. That's the next thing. We're going to be talking about this in about 4 months. Wind the tape back. But we're going to be talking about the job market and how people are laying off. Like Tesla is already starting laying off people. Then you got your supply and demand. So now these people who did not want to go to work, now they have to go back to work because they got to pay this high rent. You know, a lot of people are going back to stay with mom and daddy because they can't afford it already. So it's the economic cycle. This is, like Frank said, this is planned. You can see it. If you watch the economy, you can just sit there and watch it. He's like, man, you know, why the price of Coca-Cola is going down so much? You know, why is Microsoft, why are these good companies pulling back? You know, and then once they pull back, of course, they don't have as much investors' money because, like we just mentioned, you know, how should I sell? People are selling off their stocks, so there's less revenue coming into the company. So now we got to lay people off, lay folks off. Now, and then you start seeing the housing market change because then there'll be foreclosures on the market, and the prices will come down. And so then in order for people to buy the houses, the interest rate got to come down. So the Fed can start reducing points to get the economy restarted. And the same thing happens again. over and over and over again.
Yeah, it just repeats itself.
It just keeps repeating.
It's just like right now we have, and it's not just the state of Georgia, but it's across the nation. We have a teacher shortage, and it's terrible. And I know some of these educators may just kind of just be over education. It's just a lot because education is definitely shifting. It's changing, and the pandemic has changed a lot of how we do business with education. And so I lost 2 teachers to Google. However, some of them are making moves, laying off. So I think with some of those teachers making that change to go to different companies and stuff, I said at some point it's job security in education. So at some point they'll come back. But it's so sad. Like when I tell you we have a serious teacher shortage, it's awful. Like our team, we're just trying to figure out how we about to start the school year with ensuring that we have a teacher in every classroom. And it's like a day-to-day. These jokers don't found a new job. And it's just hard out here.
But think about this, Nicole.
All these industries.
Think about this, Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, you are seeing something happen and I don't think you're seeing it. The teachers are going to the tech because teachers are about to be phased out, and they're still making y'all feel the effects of the old way of doing things. And y'all are saying that there's a teacher shortage, and there's not really a teacher shortage. It's just that the teachers their positions won't be able to pay for people to live. And the government isn't funding the teachers. The teachers are just being stuck to say, take this, while everybody else is being funded because the teachers don't make revenue. But you see what I'm saying? So they have to give them the less amount of money. And the only way the Democrats really understand, or government understands, is to tax people, but there's nothing to tax. So the teachers can't get any money because they already gave out the money. So all the teachers are going to be leaving because they have tech skills because all the schools are going online. So you're going to lose public teachers because they're going to say, I don't want to deal with the kids, and these online schools that are popping up need people with degrees that are certified teachers, and they can make more money teaching from there than going into a classroom. So it's not really a teacher shortage. People are being smarter and getting paid more money for the same jobs because these new professions in the tech world are actually paying more than the old professions.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, it's I would say your response is half and half because, when we think of teacher shortage for us, we may have a teacher who leaves Clayton and goes to Rockdale, or vice versa, leave Rockdale and come to Clayton. Like, for example, I looked at the pay scale in Rockdale Public Schools, and I make more than a director. And a director, on central office in my district, of course, makes more than me. It's just interesting because when you look at the different school districts, we are up there. We are one of the higher paying school districts, but and some of it too is not money. It's not money. Oftentimes I tell people, and I always agree with this quote, that people don't leave the building. They don't leave the profession. They leave the leader. So, or they leave the supervisor. So it's also how you treat your employees as well. So what we're kind of dealing with right now, with Metro Atlanta, is people are just leaving one school district, going to another. I use that example with one of my teachers who left kind of mid-year. She left mid-year. And, like I said, and went to Google. But she's done that before, and she's had to come back to education. I don't think we'll see. It's going to be shifts in education, but also we do a thing at our school called No Tech Tuesday, because these kids have gotten so this technology is everything to them. And so it's sad when you have a kindergartner who can't write letters because they recognize all the letters from, maybe just looking at the keyboard. But when we take these standardized tests, it's some parts they got to write. And then some parts that's done completely online. I don't think that, it may. I mean, we are shifting into a technology a world, but still at some point you're going to need the teacher. Like we have learned looking at the data, it was very disappointing when I looked at our GMAS data, and to say that out of 300 children that only 5 kids was distinguished and 20 something kids were proficient, and you had about 75 kids who were beginning. They're not even developing, it's beginning, because they have gotten so used, to this device. And so then two, the teachers, they're used to the device as well. So they're not getting up there and teaching and like having old school teaching like we had when we were growing up. And when I was a language arts teacher years ago, like we wasn't using technology like that. Like I was still using an overhead projector. Of course, I know how to use all of the advanced technology that we have now, but no, like I am an old school educator. And so I believe in, you need to pull out your Chromebook too, but I need you to be able to pull out some paper. I need you to be able to write a letter. I need for you to write. I need you to be able to write and construct a sentence or construct a paragraph, and not put this stuff on paper, how you send a text to Franco or send a text to Sequesta or send a text to Stacy. I mean, it's just sad when your kids don't understand the difference between print your name and sign your name, because we've taken all that out, like penmanship, all that type of stuff. We're not doing that because now the kids is like, oh, you got DocuSign, just sign here.
Do you got any records at your house?
Records?
Mm-hmm.
Like albums?
Yeah.
I have CD.
Oh, you got some CDs? Oh, you got
yes.
CDs. When the last time you played them?
I just burnt a CD the other day.
What you burn the CD for?
So I burnt the CD because in my old car, I still had a CD player. So I was mad when I bought the new car in 2020 because they don't put the CD player in here anymore.
Oh. So what you play the CD in?
I bought a burner, and then I just put it on my USB, and then I downloaded it to my car.
Oh, so you can't even play CDs no more, huh?
Yeah, I was real sad when I traded in that car in 2020 and bought this 2020. I was like, where's my little CD players? Because I can burn it to the car. They was like, they don't do that no more.
So think about what they finna do to education.
I definitely think we know it's going to be a huge shift. I think we see it coming. I wouldn't be surprised as an assistant principal. Hell, I may got to be in a class on August 3rd. It just depends. If we don't have, we're gonna have bodies in those rooms, and if we don't have teachers in there, or we don't have a substitute teacher, somebody got to be in there with the children, and it could be a possibility we in there.
Or y'all could be in the metaverse.
The metaverse, yeah, we could. I just see it. I know it's gonna shift. I just think that we just got to get our mindset ready for that shift. I think the pandemic was definitely an eye opener. I wasn't a fan of that because I'm tech savvy, but I just being on this computer all day and trying to teach children on a Chromebook and teach virtually is very, very, very challenging. And you can tell by the data. So look at like Franco, your daughter, look at their test scores. Look at the test scores, and even our gifted children. some of them didn't perform well because they have lost so much. And so when we bring them back to the school, so say, for example, if your child was in the 3rd grade and they're going to the 4th grade, then we have to teach the 4th grade standards. We
What
can
does
then
gifted
go
mean?
back. Gifted is like the
And who comes up with why a person is gifted?
Gifted is like your higher achievers.
But what does that
So
mean? Like they read more
just-
words in a book, or they
no, just gifted
they
students.
they actually can read on level. The people that's gifted,
No,
they can actually read the material, and the people that's okay, they have trouble reading it. So who determines like what
I
like
will
how
call
does
them.
like what does
How do we
how do they
determine if you're
come up with
gifted?
these
All these
distinguishments?
acronyms.
Well, I mean, just the distinguishment, because who's this? Like some of the smartest people were the dumbest in school.
That's true. That's true. But see, like some of your gifted kids, your gifted kids, you're like your little. I like to say sometimes like your little real brilliant children, and sometimes the ones that kind of lack common sense because they have a lot of book knowledge. And they normally, the thing we test those children, and so the test it just varies, and so you could not be a test taker and not score well, but it's just a different test that you have to take for gifted. It's different. It's just a series of tests to say that you're a gifted student, and so then when you go over to high school, you're not kind of classified as. I mean, you are classified as gifted, but you're more of an AP, like dealing with advanced placement. Like I took AP courses, but I wasn't a gifted student. I didn't test.
So
My parents did test me.
So you was a basic AP.
No,
You weren't a gifted AP. You was a basic. No,
AP. I was tested for gifted in elementary.
So by the time you got to high school, you were just a basic AP.
I was in advanced placement. I had the honors classes. I mean, of course, well, but I'm not the best test taker.
My point is to say this: all this stuff is going to change, and none of that stuff that used to exist is going to be the same. And that's just the way the world is. I'm gonna be honest with you and say that, like with the prices, because even with gas is continuously going to keep going up, because we're going to be at $5 a gallon for a while, for some years, and that's just what it's going to be. And people might not like it, people may think that it's crazy, but that's just really what they're going to make it as for the here on out. Like our cost of living, it's just like our grandma and our people used to say, bread used to be this. You have to get used to the new normal. We got to like make, because to the kids coming up, that money that they spend is normal. That's how much it costs. My son was telling me that shirts are $40, and they used to paying $40 for a shirt.
What shirt? Any like shirt. A shirt that you design?
Any shirt. Oh. Designer shirts, everything. Yeah. Any shirt. They're basically
I'm about to sell my clothes.
Yeah, they're basically willing to pay $30 to $40 a shirt. That's just their culture, and that's their style now. And so,
but I'll do that, and I'm 42, so
So what are you
just think that
about?
Yeah, so I don't complain about stuff like that, because y'all know I'll go to Burlington, TJ Maxx, so I don't complain about stuff like that.
Well, no, I'm talking about like if you already paying the prices. The thing is, that's the new way of doing business. So you kind of gotta look at it as, shoot, don't even trip on it no more. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, none of this stuff is going back towards where you know it. That never, it's gone. And you got to get that in your head. It's gone.
I need to let it go, like Elsa.
Let it go. Yep, that's it. It's gone.
I'm gonna just twirl around. Just twirl around in my room and sing. Let it go. But I'm not paying $5 a gallon for gas. I don't know where y'all getting gas at. My gas not that high.
Okay. So now the next thing we're gonna talk.
Stacey came off mute.
best, Dave?
I was gonna say it'll probably taper off eventually, probably around $3.
Right.
You
See, you
know,
gotta
that's
have
probably what we're gonna
faith,
be at.
Franco.
We're probably gonna be at $3 a gallon.
Well, you,
But we're not gonna go back to $2 or $1.75 unless there is something like COVID or something like that hits again. You know what I mean? So, but these high prices, yeah, we're gonna be stuck here for a while. The new entry level on the home is probably gonna be about $250. When we was paying $1.25, you know, $150. We're paying.
Stacey, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. How do I sound right now? I may have to come back when I get in the better area.
No, you
It was
sound
okay.
good.
It was just, can you repeat this sentence? You was saying something about we'll have to pay like,
Oh, yeah,
are you talking about interest rates?
No, I was talking about the houses, like the new norm for the houses is going to be around $250 on an entry level house. Once it all levels out, and we go back to our new norm, entry level on a probably a 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch, it's going to be around $250.
I want to show y'all this picture of this house, right? I need to share my screen and show y'all this picture of this house it's in Lithonia, and this house is $374,000, and I'm for sure that house was built in the 80s. Now I don't know. That house could look magnificent in the inside. They could have gutted that house out, but I just, I was like looking at that house. I was like, somebody is really going to pay $374,000 for that house. That house probably at one point probably was $87,000.
Here in Charleston, I've been looking at land, so I have Zillow send me like emails, and trailers go for that. Mobile home.
Go for
Oh, wait a minute. A mobile home? How much?
300,000.
300,000
for the trailer?
Yeah.
It's in the trailer park? See, that's what I'm talking about.
It's not a trailer park.
It's not a trailer
Not
park.
trailer
It's like
park.
the double wide with it's a mobile home park.
Yeah, I know the double
It's a
wide.
mobile home.
They got HOAs and everything like that.
Yeah.
But
they have their own little property. I mean, some of them are an acre. You run at about 250 to really 300,000.
But see, like, a couple of years, and it's not been that long ago, if you think about it. It just mind boggles me that that's crazy to me. Like, I'm telling you, I need to show y'all this house in Lithonia, and I'm like, 374 for that house. It's not even. That's crazy to me.
What you try?
And then what is it now? It's 3 times your
income. What is your justification for being amazed at these prices? Because you got to understand that's just these prices.
Okay, so by my mom's house, they are starting to build. So it seems like it's 4 contracts on this subdivision. It's these homes are $400,000. That's the starting price of these homes. So I am very, like, I know when those homes, in my mind, a $400,000 home looks different. And I guess I guess I'm not shifting because I'm still thinking about, 5 or 6 years ago, my mind, if I'm going to go buy a $400,000 home, it's not going to look like a $150,000 house. And that's what these homes are looking like. A 150 house. That a house that could have been about 175 is pushing it. I mean, the rooms are super small, like all the stuff that Sam was telling us, like with the, how they're building these homes, like they're just throwing these homes up. And then, a couple of years, or could be 1 or 2 years, you're going to have problems with those homes. They're throwing them up. They're just throwing these homes up. And then you're charging people $400,000 for. It's crazy. And maybe it was fine when the interest rates were like 2%. Me personally, I can afford it, but I'm not going to pay $2,700 or $2,500 for these new builds. Like I just wouldn't do it. Like that's crazy, because if you think about it, that house probably a couple of years ago, the most could have been $200,000.
But yesterday's prices are not today's prices.
I understand that, Mr. Harris. I understand that. For me, I just kind of feel bad for these people, because if you get yourself caught up in, in those type of mortgages, and anything can happen, whether you lose your job, you get sick, even like when Reggie shared his testimony with us, anything can happen. No one is guaranteed day to day.
That's what we look
and I just think they need to get some affordable housing going on. And I really think, Trump, I think Trump is he's going to try to come back in 2024. And I think he's going to try to, start something with affordable housing. Because it's like, I was not a big Trump fan. I wasn't, but man, it's crazy. My money flow. I hate to say this. Lord have mercy. I hate to be the one to say this. Lord knows I'm all the way Democrat. But my money flowed better under that Republican. So I'm just like, it's crazy to me. It's just a lot going on with this economy.
Say it with yourself.
I mean, I may vote Republican sometimes for different. I definitely didn't vote Republican for the president, but it is, I do see a difference, like with my money. And it's crazy. I actually did better financially, I feel, when I made $35,000 less. So it's just stuff just seemed like it moves differently.
Could you please explain how you did better making less money?
maybe because stuff was different. Maybe because stuff wasn't so high. I don't know. I just even like with my property taxes, it's just a lot. It just stuff wasn't as high as it is now. So, but I guess Stacey and Franco, that goes back to what did you all say? The economic plan?
Cycle. Economic cycle.
Economic cycle.
By Ray Dalio. I encourage, Ray Dalio, Economic Cycle on YouTube.
And then you all said the stocks were so much better. Correct. You said your money looked different. We talked about this a couple of months ago. You all talked about your money looked different in your investments. And now look at this stock market. It's just a mess. So it's just to me, everything is a mess. Huh?
Yeah, we're definitely in a bear market. That's for sure.
So I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was up there doing, but I don't know what they was doing with the money. But it's just, I don't know. It just seems to me that money just flowed so much better. And all this little money they around here giving away, I don't qualify for any of that. So it ain't like I'm reaping any benefits from that. So it's just not saying I don't make good money. I'm fine, but I'm just saying it just seemed like my money just flowed a lot better. And probably because things were not as high as they are. Probably just different tax breaks and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Gas was not $4.39 a few years back.
Because I'm getting tired of paying $90 a week. I am.
You bought that car.
It didn't even matter about the car because my car is burn premium. So I don't have any choice but to get the high-ended gas because I can't put anything else in the car. So that's why when I rent cars, I be so glad because I'm like, yes, I can get regular.
But you want to know something?
You can't put regular in my car.
But check this out, Nicole.
Yes.
We always we encourage everybody to get a business, right?
Yes.
Have some type of business. Yes. Well, if you had a business, you could write that fuel off as a business expense.
I know.
And because you have a BMW, your BMW qualifies for, I think, up to $28,000 worth of tax credits.
Oh my God.
Because of the weight of the vehicle. I just want to let you know that.
I told y'all I was going to have, you see how I don't drift it? I told you all by April I was going to have the LLC and I just got so tied up with school and trying to finish up that certificate, get on my certificate, finish up them college courses. I just had a lot going on, and I just really want to be able to get some passive income so I can really make it work for me. And
That's good. That's good.
so I
But
just
over here at Cash Flow Stacy, we believe that cash flow is king.
I love your motto.
Cash flow king. K-A-N-G.
That's why I said, Stacey, can you be my mentor? I think I just have to do it. I just have to do it. And not
Hey, Nicole, you're giving away $28,000. You should give it away.
I'm gonna get my tax prepared. I'm gonna get it. Because he didn't tell me about that. All these little Lord have mercy. I'm gonna get me a business before, and I just keep going back. That's why I just was gonna try to buy this house and just kind of start there, and that could be it. Then I was gonna do the consulting. It's just I have to really learn how to get my time together. Like I'm all over the place with, just what I'm trying to do. So I think because I focus so much on my first job that I don't entertain doing anything else. Like for one, like helping someone else get organized and do all that type of stuff, I don't have a problem doing that. And as much as I help people with writing stuff and do resumes, I mean, and I just do it from my heart. I don't do it to charge anybody. I was like, I really need to be making some stuff flow, but I think I'm so stuck in, my next promotion. Like I'm probably a step from becoming a principal. So I know that's in route for me. So like now I'm just kind of focused on that. And so every time I try to go to the side and think about, okay, let me try to go to Navy Federal. Let me kind of try to get this, see how much I'm going to qualify for to get this loan so I can just get this house and, move with that. Then I shift back. Like I got back into another college program. So it's just, I gotta get it together and, and just kind of just do it.
We can start with the name. That could be a start. Let's get the name down.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that too.
Take it in steps.
I probably just need to take, thank you. I probably just need to take steps. Because there's so many ideas, and I just was like, I don't want to just keep, I want to like have this company and start this up. I just kind of just want to focus on this is what you need to do, Nicole, and go on with that, because I can, I have people in place to do different things. Like, I was talking to my neighbor about it the other day, because even like when Franco shared the, a couple of weeks ago, with the stuff in Jackson, Mississippi, like I was all hyped up and on board. I was on Zillow. I was looking for properties there. I just got to make sure that, like you said, Stacey, I need to figure out like a name first and start there and take these steps. I just think that I have so many ideas, and I just got to be able to narrow them down and just kind of figure out what do I want to do? Like, I don't want to do like the t-shirts and all that stuff, because everybody got a darn Cricut and press, and like everybody's doing that. So, I just think maybe I should try.
Soul searching, young lady. You need to do some soul searching.
Thank you, Pastor Franco. Thank you.
I'll figure it out.
Oh man. Well, man, I ain't trying to get rid of y'all since but it is getting close to the hour, and I need to go up here and get some meat and stuff seasoned up. I gotta take to the family event.
Franco, you seasoning some meat?
Yeah, they got me seasoning some meat up.
No.
Some chicken.
Okay, you inviting the entire cast
y'all
of
can
Next
come
Play
down. Yeah,
to the family event.
And that's why I bring it up. All y'all can come if y'all want to come to Covington tomorrow. It's a big old thing that they doing in Covington, and I post a flyer. Man, shoot, I bought enough food. I believe everybody can come and get a chicken wing. You know what I mean? Just make sure y'all
I
be
could
ready.
not.
It's gonna
Franco,
be.
you gonna put any salt and pepper in the seasoning?
Oh, I ain't gonna put no salt in there. I don't eat too much salt.
Oh yeah, make sure you point out which one was your chicken.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, but salt don't add flavor when you know how to mix. When you know how to mix some seasonings. When
Salt's not good for you.
you know, salt is not needed when you
That's
have
right.
right
That's right.
seasonings. You know, if you a
Mhm.
cook, everybody don't need salt. That's
You're
just
right about that.
you know. And in some places, salt and pepper is all you need.
That's right.
Mm.
Well, it's so true.
But yeah,
It is
tomorrow,
so
4th of July, Covington, Georgia. Um, all my family members are getting there. If y'all want to go, it will be off. What's the name of that street? Usher Street. Usher Street. See, I know where it's at, so I gotta give y'all. I gotta find a
Franco,
flyer
you
or
gonna know how to
something.
get to your family?
Well, I know where it's at. If I told y'all, I mean, I don't. Yeah, y'all. I gotta figure out how to post. I'm gonna try to get a flyer or something and post it in the group. Cause I don't got no flyer. I can just tell you it's at a park off Usher Street, and I don't know the name of the park because I'm from Covington, so I don't really know the name of the park. But it's off Usher Street by Bethlehem Baptist Church. So them the landmarks I can give you, cause here when you from Georgia, you don't really know the names of them.
You said what you
Really?
say, Franco? Were you from where?
You from Georgia?
It sounds like it's
When you from Georgia, you don't really.
yeah, because you just be like, when you get, yeah, that is true. Like when you get off, just make a left, go down past the Quick Trip when you want Panola Road, and then go there. This over here, yes.
Yeah,
That's
because y'all road names are changed 3 times, same road.
They will.
So you can't trust that.
Sequesta, you are so right. So in Atlanta, you definitely got to do
Landmarks.
You got another landmark because people call it Metropolitan Parkway, but yeah, it's formerly Stewart Avenue. And it's so funny because people who are the newcomers to Atlanta, they don't know that was Stewart Avenue, and they don't know Donna E. Hollowell is Bankhead Highway. Like we just call it Bankhead. Like we don't say Donna L. E. Hollowell. That's for the newcomers to Atlanta. So it's crazy how they do change streets here often. Yeah. So Franco, if y'all got a flyer, it's going to be a lot of people there.
We gotta. I mean, they entire.
You might be done gone this season to meet.
Yeah, cousins, my cousins. Yeah, I thought I could just buy them.
Right there, mess around and not eat that chicken.
I thought I could just buy the meat and take it over there and they gonna cook it. They talking about, nah, man.
Franco, you better have that seasoning on point.
Oh, shit. Hell, them folk gonna eat it regardless. People like
you
free shit.
Season it. Did you clean the meat and everything?
That's what I'm finna get ready to go up here and do. Watch it down, flip
I guess you
rub
can.
it down,
Well, y'all know my
flip
first day, y'all, is in the gym is tomorrow. They're gonna. So I'm so excited. I'm going back to the gym.
But I mean, is
tomorrow.
You just going tomorrow?
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah.
You just going tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to the gym. No, I start back. I have not worked out in about 8 months, and I took a picture on Friday, and I was like, "Ma'am, you don't got a little thick." So I'm gonna.
When they get thick,
I was already gonna, start working out. It starts Monday, so.
Oh, I'm getting bad weather over here.
Hold on.
They go to the plastic surgery.
When they get thick,
when they get thick, they don't go to the gym now.
Well, I don't know what type of friends you have, but
when they get thick, they go to the
people may like that little thickness. They go where?
Go to the plastic surgery.
Well, I must got fat. So I guess Franco, that's the thing. I must have got fat. So, but when I look at the picture, it didn't seem that way. I got nice compliments.
When they get thick, they go to the plastic surgeon. When they get fat, they go to the gym.
So I guess thank you. I thank you for letting me know I don't got pleasantly plump. So that's the new word for being
I'm just
overweight.
saying, shoot, I ain't seen no one of these girls that's thick be in no gym. Just be
They're
honest
going to get
with
some
you.
work done.
They go get the work
They're
done. I
going
ain't
to get
seen
some
no
work
now
done.
one of these girls with them perfect chicken bone body. You know
What
what
do
I'm
you call it?
saying? Them chicken
A
bone.
chicken bone body.
Hey, for real,
That is so.
you ever see them? They be right in the middle, like when you look at a chicken. Right in the middle when you look at a chicken when it make the thigh. That's how they look. And then the breast and the torso be
You know.
sucked in. Cause the breast be big and then the thighs they come out to the side and that's how they be looking. They be shrunk in the middle. And then the thighs and the back all be big and plump like somebody been shooting needles in their
Nah,
butt. You know what
what?
I'm
What?
saying?
That's a chicken wing.
And
That's
then
a
they
that's a.
leg can't, they leg can't hold up all the weight, so they just be shaking. And the leg be so
Okay.
thin and skinny, and the rest of it, they don't they need to figure out somebody need to invent some chicken with some thicker thigh, with some thicker drumsticks or something. Cause these chickens out here walking around here now, hey, them boys all steroid. The ones
Franco,
they eat,
Franco, that's what you call them girls with them type
hey
of
man,
bodies,
for real.
chickens.
The one I want stretch marks and growing pains. I don't want shoot Miss Nunu. You mess around, you don't know who she used to be. She looking like
Uh,
a drumstick. She don't know if she was a
listen.
salt. She might have been a salt thigh, and they don't blow her up into a whole chicken.
So you know, Sequester, Stacy. Now listen. Now I lose when I start working out. I drop it down real quick. So if y'all see a picture on Facebook, don't I ain't been to Dominican Republic. I ain't been to Miami. None
I'm
of
gonna
those
be honest with
places.
you. I'm gonna tell you, I'm automatically gonna insinuate that you've already been in Dr. Miami. I'm not gonna believe this shit. You might ain't no sense trying to set us up for this shit.
I,
You know, since you trying to prerequisite and lead the goddamn witnesses.
what
We
y'all
ain't
gonna see
trying to go.
me?
We don't. But listen, we already gonna vote against this thought process. I already know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to put this out
Stacey,
in the
I need you to be
atmosphere
my
so you can go ahead
spokesperson.
and do like all these other girls.
Stacey always takes up
What?
for me, and I
What's
am
up?
doing this for health reasons,
That's what
not
they say
so much
There you
too.
go.
not so much body reasons. I got to make sure that my A1C gets back down to where it was um pre-pandemic.
You come stepping in this motherfucker in September talking about shoes. Look at me now. I've been in that
That's
seat.
gonna be me. Hey,
I'm gonna want to see your I want to see your passport and your goddamn itinerary.
I'll put it on the table just like that. You're
I
gonna
know
see
you gonna
Planet.
put it on
You
there because
you gotta
you
you
gonna have to
gotta
show
see
it.
you are gonna see Planet Fitness, and then my walking schedule. I'm gonna have my Fitbit. Y'all gonna be like, this girl did it.
I'm gonna pray for you that you gonna do it. But
I am.
I already know. You know what I'm saying? They got 2-for-1 specials and the holiday special. They you know. They got
Why
Black
you keeping
Friday
up with all of
specials. They
this?
got Black Friday specials in October. You know what I'm saying? They try to get you prepared to show up for the Christmas and Thanksgiving event. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
6 to
come.
8
I'm gonna
weeks.
come in the next play meeting just fine. Y'all gonna be like, what did she do? She been at Planet Fitness. She been eating right. She been drinking a
She
gallon of
don't drop
water
that
a day.
assistant principal check on them goddamn on the short thighs and the tuck.
I'm
She don't
not.
got some stuffing.
I'm not.
She
This
The
don't
this
be
gonna
getting
be
competition,
some stuffing.
the
this.
competition gonna get fierce.
She gonna get her some stuffing.
When I tell you the question, I am. I think I'm cute regardless, so I don't even care. So I'm like plump or not, but I'm gonna be fine and fit for 2022.
Hey, you know
And no
what?
Franco.
They are. Hey, look, they selling them. They selling them things on there. You can get them better than you can get a house these days. They got financing and everything. You ain't
Yeah,
gotta.
they do. They
See, you
do
ain't.
finance
You ain't.
bodies.
I know you know, but I mean, I'm saying you ain't gotta take no risk or nothing. You'll be alright.
He did not say he know you know.
You did not just. I know you didn't throw that little shade through the. We better be off that Facebook Live.
I'm just saying though, you know.
I feel like some
Listen, you know how
shade.
them
Just,
girls do on the Instagram and the social media now. They start planting the seed about 2-3 weeks before they go. Next thing you know, they disappear for 6 weeks, and then they come back out and they all the way just different.
you know how black girls go. You know when black girls feel like they gain a little weight. You know when we go to the beach, we gotta have to have a cover up. Oh no, I'm like them white girls because those girls gave me confidence. Like them big white girls, and they be out there with 2 pieces on. I'm like, well, I'm gonna be out here too. Shoot, I don't care. I don't know nobody out here,
Well, I mean,
but
don't nobody,
I
don't nobody. I mean, everybody like they piece of meat.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, I hated that I had COVID, but I'm telling you, at my COVID weight loss, boy, I was. If I'd have just maintained that I started back going to Popeyes and stuff like that, and Zaxby's, and it did it. So y'all would be proud of me. I ain't been fooling around with Zaxby's or Popeyes. I've been cooking and eating at home. So
That's good.
yeah,
That's
so
where it
when y'all in
starts. And
September, Franco Harris roll around here, y'all gonna be like, Dag, look at Tub.
these Transformers blowing up.
I'm gonna call Reggie and get
I
some
hear you.
tips.
I hear you. Oh yeah, it's about to eat.
I gotta go to the next barbecue. I came home just so I can not be distracted.
All right. Y'all enjoy y'all food. We just not touching down.
We want to
About
thank
to
y'all
roll
for
up under the
joining us
garage.
over here.
Oh.
And thank you for joining us. Yeah, we definitely want to thank y'all for joining us for this cool Sunday on this right before the 4th. We hope everybody in Next Play have a good 4th of July. Eat a little bit of time, eat a little barbecue with your family, do some family activities, enjoy some things, and be able to and have a great time. Be safe out there, and we hope to see everybody back next week. We're gonna get back on the road. Tonight was just a way to actually start and actually make sure everything we're gonna do. So see y'all next week, and y'all have a wonderful 4th of July. And till then, we